Hi, Scorpio. I'm going to do a bonus for you. So, I'm going to do a bonus for Scorpio. I keep trying to think of a song, and it wasn't working out, so maybe I should not try to think of a song and see what pops up. So, this is a reading for the bonus videos. For how many I've done, I have no idea. For highest, greatest good of everybody involved. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or whatever filter you want to look at it through, for the highest, greatest good of everybody involved, to give us all a little more clarity and insight into our own intuition and psychic sense, our own reason to tap into our inward self and connection to spirit and get answers that we need by looking around what's around us, by music and by things like paintings and lights. And I feel like telling you this, Scorpio. I feel like telling you that you can maybe naturally wake up and find, I find Scorpios are pretty in tune with energies. So you don't have to always look at cards, right? Or like paintings, like I said, or music. There are other ways that you can find that you're tapping into energies around you and expressing it that might be beyond your own self emotion. So say you wake up and you're like, I'm feeling kind of Eeyore-ish today. That's like, to those of you who don't know Winnie the Pooh, that's like, oh, what was me? The world sucks, and then I'm gonna fall off. Actually, if it sucked, you wouldn't fall off, would you? Alright, so what was I saying? My joke just totally made me sidetrack, Scorpio. We had a jumper. A jumper is the Two of Rods. You know, you holding the crystal ball in your hand and taking both of these different opinions and working together. I mean, that's the first thing I think of. It's a lily of peace. You have a wild rose. He's like, you know, he's not fully open. He's got gloves on. He doesn't quite want to touch the other person yet, but he knows he definitely wants to work with them. The sky is blue, you know, so there's lots of emotion here. There's lots of passion. There's growth. There's a little leaf of opportunity that's ready to come and ready to bud. So you're ready to work with people. I didn't even mean to read this. I'm going to put it back. All right, what was I saying? Oh, pay attention to things like the way you get dressed, in a nutshell. Sometimes you might notice that you're in touch with the energies of what's going around in ways other than just your own inner emotions and drama. You know, if you find yourself feeling like you need to put on a certain color or need to put on a pair of earrings, or, you know, going with a style that might be, you know, a little bit ahead of its time. Maybe you wore it just that day for just the right person to be inspired by it. Or you wore it that day because you were waking up and just in touch with the energies that were going on for that day, you know? And you didn't even realize that you got dressed according to the, like, astrological energies. So I don't know why I need to tell you that. Pay attention to connections between your expressions and others for that day, that month, that time, and see how that correlates to both how you're feeling and or how it might be you tapping into energies that others are feeling too. As far as expression and creativity go, I feel like you sometimes are like Scorpio's ahead of the time a little bit. You're a little daring. You're not afraid to jump in and do something that's different. All right, so highest, greatest good of everyone involved. Clarity for Scorpio. What is Holy Spirit, God, whatever you call love, whatever makes you better, whatever makes you feel like you leave here more enlightened and more in tune and more in touch with your own clues. I'm just here to give you a little push. I'm not here to tell anybody anything about anything. I just go with what I feel in touch with, you know, what flows naturally, what makes me feel good and whole and feels right in my own personal spiritual discernment. And you are to do the same for you. Okay, let's move on and break some rules together. Thank you for joining me, Scorpio. You know, rules are funny. They are what you make them. So if you tell yourself, say, when you buy a deck, that you can only shuffle this way, and you can only do it like that, and you can only read them like this, and how they're there, and if you pull the third card on the fifth position when it should have been the third, then it has to now be the third. Don't put the rules on the things unless you want to follow the rules, because then those rules will be what work and what don't work for you, because you allowed that to be your barrier and box. So if you want to live in the rules and you want to go to someone who lives in the rules and that works for you and they work by your rules and you don't like to break them and you don't like to, you're a Scorpio, you should be ready to break those barriers, guys. So I'm not going to go on a tangent about the rules. I'm just saying that sometimes the rules need to be bent. Sometimes people have been following the rules for so long that the rules never adapted to maybe a better way in the situation. Sometimes weirdos like me come along and do things differently. And I hope there's other people that see that they can do things differently. They can invent their own rules for stuff like this, and your own games of intuition and whatever. Invent your own rules, your own games. It's those little games and things that you think up that make them stronger and more powerful for you. Don't always rely on everyone else. Okay, enough mommying, Scorpio. Let's go to some fun time. One card for Scorpio, and then I'll pull one from another deck. Okay, one card for Scorpio. Highest grace, good, everyone involved. For whenever this comes to them. Temperance. And the Chariot. I feel like I'm having repeats. Did I have this with somebody else? Maybe check my cards. There might be somebody who has a very similar sign to this. At this point, for me, they are morphing together. This is awesome, Scorpio. This is like perfect time for victory. In a nutshell, that's how I would say that. This is the perfect time for you to take your damn reins and go. This is your angel above you that's telling you, yes, you have learned to tackle your dark, and you have learned to tackle your light, and you are a strong sucker. I'm trying not to swear as much. You're strong enough to handle both of those horses at once, so take the reins. This is your like angel, your spirit guides, or your higher self, or your good instinct. You're looking around, you're like, yep, temperature is right. Winds are blowing all ways. Let's go, horsies. I need a horsey sound. That's your song. Hey! That's your song. It's not that exciting. And then you can make your own lyrics. But look, you're riding your reins. I mean, the dust is behind you. You've got your crown of glory. You got your sunshine on your breastplate, beaming your energy through you, through these reins. Wait, where are they? Through the reins, connected to your horses. Your horses, when you're on them, feel your energy through those reins, or your butt, by the way. And you become one with the horse. It's not like a dog where you're the pack leader, you're the alpha. It's a little bit different with a horse. You connect with the horse. This energy goes circulating through. So imagine now you have this intensity where you're controlling these horses by not even having to be sitting on them. You don't even need that energy on your saddle, on your body. Your energy, Scorpio, is so powerful right now that you don't even need it in your body. You can feel it in your body, and it's building up, and it's ready to just come out of your hands and create something and go. Your energy is coming in spirit in one hand, going through your body and getting all that juice, and then coming through the other hand and making both of those horses go. You're like, go, 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 go. I gotcha. No one's going to the left. No one's going to the right. You're going right where I freaking tell you. And you've got this above you telling you it's good. And that while you're on your way, that if you feel like this way's a little hot or this horse is pulling a little bit too much, you are sensitive enough and Scorpio and strong enough to know how to merge and pull back and adapt your reins to go one way or the other way. So don't worry. I mean, it doesn't look like you're worried, Scorpio. So this is you. You know, you have one foot in the water, you're feeling. You have this, well, it looks like he has the water back and forth. So he's like, it's a little too hot. So in this one, it's not fire. So he has the triangle here in his heart, you know, body, mind, soul. He's got a halo of the sun behind his head here. He's got golden wings. And he's got, I would say, like, it's like he has his foot in the water and he's playing a game with himself to help his mind be powerful in his creation, to test his own sensitivities in this world since he's an angel. So he practices by putting one foot on the earth and putting one foot on the ground in the water, right? And now he's trying to get this water here the exact perfect temperature. I'm just playing a game here. Just go with me. Go with me. Go with me, Scorpio. He's playing a game because he's an angel and he's really, really powerful, right? So he can tell the temperature of the earth and the temperature of the water, and he wants that water in between to be that exact temperature in between. So he puts a little bit of the cold water and a little bit of the hot water in a perfect amount, and he keeps it balanced back and forth like this, so that he keeps that temperature just perfect because he's beyond the three, you know, Goldilocks and the three bears, and he doesn't need to try the porridge. He's adapted his skills to like victory level here, like this guy would, right? All right, let me pull you two cards from another. I'm gonna go to this because it's the closest, and I'm almost at 13 minutes, and I'm going to guess that you would want a bonus at least. So let's pull some clarification cards for Scorpio. Highest, greatest good of everyone involved, so we know what's going on with this big old victory. Although you should know what your victory is. What is it? Is it coming to you?